Hey everyone, and welcome to my talk show. Welcome to the Mandate Talk Show. One of the topics today is WBNA. I do not really watch women's basketball, and I've never really played basketball on a team except in school during gym, physical education, whatever you all Americans call it, or you all Americans, or whatever it's called in the USA, or whatever it's really called. Really, I don't know what y'all call it, gym, physical education, exercise. Yeah. So I don't really know the physical endurance these women in the WBNA go through. Recently, I've been seeing the women complaining about their pay, saying they're not making enough and as much as the men. And that is somewhat a problem. So over the weekend, I came up with multiple solutions. If you have your own solution, drop it in the comments below, and maybe we could come up with a solution to submit to the WBNA directors, so our women could get paid more. Before you comment, watch the whole video first. Then yeah, and tell me what you think. The WBNA says they are not making money. My number one solution is the women get paid 100 per practice plus 200 just for showing up for a game, plus 24% or 26% of the ticket sales revenue. If your team wins that game, they get 26% of the ticket sales revenue to share among the players on that team. If their team loses, they get 24% of the total ticket sales revenue from that game. So now they have a financial motive to try their hardest to win. They get 1,000 bonus for every season ticket holder. Every season tickets that are bought for that team, or every season tickets that are bought for that team. Each player gets a $1,000 bonus. So that way, each player slash team gets paid based on the real fans and supports and how well they do. And as a bonus, if your team wins the finals, they get a $1 million bonus to be shared. $1 million to be shared equally on all the players on the team or the stars on the team. I'll give an example. I'll use Clayton. I'll give an example. I'll use Caitlin Clark. Her name is Prince. I'll give an example. I'll use Caitlin Clark from the Indiana Fevers, since since as of making this video, she's really popular. Since as of making this video in 2025, she's really popular. There's 44 regular seasons. There's 44 regular games per season. I'm not sure how many times they practice before each game, so I'm just gonna say they practice once before each game. So that's 4,400 just for practicing. Then another 8,800 just for showing up for games. Hello. Now the bulk of their money will come from the ticket sales revenue from the game before anybody else gets their cut. So for example, let's say each of the 44 games Caitlin Clark plays in regular season brings in $9 million. Hello. Brings in $9 million, and she and her team wins 44 games. That is going to be 2,340,000 per game, per game. And they divide it equally among the 12 players. That would be 195,000 per player at the end of this regular season before taxes. With Caitlin Clark would be making about 8,593,200 per year just for showing up to practice in games and winning all 44 regular seasons games. The losing team would be bringing in about 2% less than that. Also, this is just an example of how the first solution would work. I'm not sure how much each game brings in, so the paycheck would be determined on how many games they win and how many people buy tickets. Also, since I know ticket prices are high, if the league wants to sell out arenas, they could put a hold on broadcasting the games live to the final game. So if they want to watch the game, you would either go in person or wait till the season's over. These are just ideas. Yeah, so that's just an idea, really. Have them get paid per game. If they win the game, they get a cut of the revenues. That's simple. Simple as that. I mean, that's a solution, a simple solution, really. You get 100 just for practicing, 200 just for showing up, and a cut of the revenues to be shared. A cut of the revenues to be shared among the team players. Solution number two: all the chairpersons and directors and league people, all the chairpersons and directors and league commissioners, basketball, the people at the top, could redirect their money to the players, which I did not see that happening. I did not see them. I did not see the directors and commissioners and the chair people taking a cut, which is, as of now, okay. Solution number three is a little more complex. The create We could create a post tournament season. While my solution number three is a little more complex, which would be to create a fun post tournament season, which runs from late October to early December, and it's mixed with the NBA. The Sweet 16 teams from the W. Let me slow down. I'm still learning. Sorry. So for solution number three, it's a little more complex. We create a fun post tournament season which runs from late October to early December, and it's going to be mixed with the NBA. The Sweet 16 teams from the WNBA and the Sweet 16 teams from the NBA come together and compete and have a fun show off, shoot around game. And since we're trying to help the WBNA, the Sweet 16 teams from the WNBA will call out / pick 5 teams from the Sweet 16 NBA or Sweet 16 men's team that they want to play that season. Since they are different in men's and women's, and we are trying to help them out. The women race some money. Wow, we're trying to raise some money for them. It's easy. They shoot around, they have fun, raise some money. They get $1 for every shot that enters the basket. The women's team gets 1% of the sales revenue. For every shot that enters the basket, for every shot they make, the woman gets 1% of the sales revenue. For example, if they make 32 baskets, they get 32% of the sales and revenue plus 1% just for showing up. Then the rest is given to the men and the others involved. Also, since they're women and we are trying to help them, once the men get a 200-point lead, the game is automatically over. Also, they need to time off with their families. No games can be scheduled after December 15th. That way they can go home and help their family and join their families and relax to the next season. So tell me which three you like. The first one, which basically you get paid from revenues, you get paid basically $300 upfront just for practicing and showing up the games, and you get paid with the revenues. Or the second example, which the directors and chair people, the board of directors cut their paychecks and reroute the money to the players. Or solution number three, which is simple. They have a fun postseason after the regular season or after the finals, the regular finals, or after the championship game. They have a regular fun postseason where they join the men, they come out, they play against the men and have fun shooting around, and yeah, and they get money from that. So tell me which one you guys like. I know I'm learning. Just kind of started making videos. But seriously though, these are wonderful solutions. So yeah, just tell me what you like. And comment below, comment what you think is a better solution. Option 1, option 2, or option 3. And yeah, I used Caitlin Clark as an example because she's popular as of making this video. And thank you for your time.